Show starts in 3 minutes. And now, on with the show.
TOS, today on stream, the Twitch news guy.
News on what the fuck's going on in our sphere.
The source for streamer Twitch information.
Your go-to person for Twitch news.
He does Twitch news.
All of the Twitch news, anything that has to do with like streaming.
The best news on Twitch, you can get it from Zach's stream.
Fantastic informational streams about everything and anything Twitch.
The go-to for everything Twitch.
And he literally actually cares about the Twitch community.
I like to call him the Adrian Wojnarowski of Twitch.
The best Twitch news on Twitch. You're that guy that knows everything about Twitch.
You guys want to know what's going on with Twitch and what's coming on in the future, stuff like this, that's the man you want to follow and that's the man you want to watch.
Best place to get Twitch news, period.
The Twitch news extraordinaire.
Zach Bussey, best Twitch journalist to ever do it.
Indeed.
It's funny, I get most of my Twitch news from Zach.
I mean, if you ask me, he's more attractive than Devin Nash or that Slosher guy.
Oh, it's Zach Bussey.
Zach Bussey.
Zach Bussey.
Bussey, 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 Bussey.
Oh, man.
This is not news. This is not news. I don't think this is even real.
Broadcasting live around the world from the TOS.GG studio, please welcome the host of Today on Stream, Zach Bussey.
Hentai is a news. It's a news story.
There we go. I blame Elgato on that one. They brought out a brand new thing that they're combining different features.
That's more than 8 tentacles. How many women are there?
I blame Elgato. I blame Elgato. They launched a new product and they updated their service, their software, and it's, yeah. Hi, everybody. How are you all? Welcome to the stream, guys. We have a great show planned for today. We're going to be talking about Ludwig. We're going to be talking about the games industry responding to layoffs. We're going to be talking about the end of Twitch in French. And probably most of the time, we're going to be talking about the Influencer Aspirations report that just came out that basically says, if the TLDR of what I've read online, everyone wants to be a creator. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. End of Twitch in French. Yes. Exactly. Exactly that. Hi, Twitch chat main channel. Hello, Twitch chat alt channel. And hello to the folks on YouTube. Nice to have you here. Welcome in. I'm trying a different thing on YouTube, by the way. Let me switch over to the main scene. You can take a look at what I'm looking at so we can look at the same thing together. I'm trying. Did it even work? Okay, it did work. I look super cute with it. I'm using a a different title there that's kind of more along the lines of what a YouTube title would be, because I think that the search aspect of it actually plays an important part to YouTube streaming. So whereas the title that I use on Twitch can be kind of random because it's not really that important. People aren't going to inherently be searching for things. People on YouTube might be, especially later on. So that's what I'm doing. So special shout out to Bionic Banny, one of my 2 members. Thank you very much, Banny. Sunberry, hello. Twillick, hi. I blame Elgato too. Share and shame Sparty streamer. Elgato, I get it because it means the cat. I get it. I understand. Dimitri, thank you very much for the 20 stream streak. Monica for a 7 stream streak. Bridgeboy in a 7 stream streak. And Desert Ice for a 7 stream streak. Those are getting close to the ones that we actually care about. Double digits. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Hi, Reg. Hi, Monica. Hi, Bionic Baney. Hi, Sputnik. Hi, Deep Hearts. Hi, Storm Chaser. Hi, Francesco. Hi, Sunberry. Hi, Growly Bear. Hi, Desert Ice. Hi, Illusion. The Whisper kind of made it better. Hi, Sunberry. Hi, T-Can. Sasha, hello. Hi, Twillick DePlume. Interesting that you have a different name there. Why do you have a different name than you have? Did you have the same name on this one? Oh, you did have the same name on that one. All right, fair enough. Hi, Dimitri. Hi, Singletary. What just happened? Wait, it jumped. That's what happened. I'm like, wait, why does this all look so different? Bridgeboy, hello. Hi, Dimitri. Hi, Mandy. Welcome in. Nice to have you here. Oh, no, Salty's name isn't on the 3rd monitor in the back. I know it's not yet. Still hasn't done that yet. Still haven't done that yet. Still hasn't done that yet. I still haven't done that yet. Hi, say Sarah. I've been Elgato for all the... Hi, Aureus. Hi, Purple Blur. What do you want us to put... where do you want us to put the vertical clips? Hold on to it for just one more day. I will actually create a channel for it in the Discord that you can post them in. I want to pay my bills. Absolutely, Pete. Hi, Pete. How are you? Hi, Goof Guy. Hi, Matrixis. Welcome in. Maddie. Hello, Lurking. I appreciate the lurk. You've been teasing this video for weeks at this point, and now I'm confused if it's a video I already watched it on. It might be. It very well could be. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. Hi, Mr. Pohl. Welcome. I don't have stream streaks on my channel. No, only, I think, 50% of channels, 30% of channels. It's not everybody that has them, but Jesus Christ, that... Oh, I see what's happening. That's a hype train. That means that something might be happening because it says 0-bit.
Hello, Zach Obama got the Rona today. You now have me, Trump. Please don't speak when I'm speaking. I get told by many people I'm the best speaker. Don't even try to speak. People say I'm such a great speaker. Just want to say that Crooked Monica is holding down our hype trains, HIFJA.
What? HIFJA? What is HIFJA? I don't even know what that means. Mr. Pohl, how are you doing? Welcome in. Hi, Falcor. Hi, Salty. Can I ask a random question? Ooh, boy. Oh, geez. Maybe. Why? This is every streamer's nightmare, by the way. Why did it translate it? Can I ask a random question? It tried to translate it, assuming that it was in a different language. Always terrifying when somebody says, can I ask a random question? Is HIFJA the new Kaveve? I guess so. Yeah, it sounds about right. Hi, Bridge Boy. Hi, Chef.
Did your account get suspended fairly, but you want it overturned?
I'll fix it.
Are you unhappy with the rules and want them adjusted specifically
Thanks
for you?
Gifting a sub.
I'll fix it.
Are you an employee in the middle of answering a question about...
I'll fix it. Hi, I'm CEO John Delancey, and I fix things. No job too small, no task too basic. No one knows better than me, not even my employees. So if you have something you want to fix, I'll fix it. Call 857-758-5055 and I'll fix it.
Hi, Minimum Viable Pizza. How is Australia doing today? Welcome in. Welcome in. Nice to have you here. Let me switch that to this one, and then that's perfect like that. Hi, Katie. Welcome. They already asked one. That is true. Hifja. Thank you very much for gifting a sub, Desert Ice, to Hifchan, who I do believe is Hifja's brother. So... I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Hi, LSK Study. Hi, Jen. Welcome in. By asking if you can ask a question, you have asked a question. That is, in fact, true and real. But yeah, let's jump into it. Because we've got a lot to cover and not a lot of time to do it. Not a lot of time. I didn't update my Chirons. Speaking of not a lot of time to do it, no. Oh, I have made a huge mistake. Everybody in the YouTube chat type 1. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't come up with anything more clever than that. That's a real embarrassment on my part. Nobody type it in Twitch chat. Everyone in Twitch chat type 400,639.21. Oh, perfect. Yes, we can do this one. Let's see if any of you get that one right. And fan do Twitch, file, save as. Yes. I'm actually going to double dip on this one. I'm actually going to double dip. Is that going to change that? Not yet. By the way, I did increase my overall monitor perception size, so now it's 125%. Much easier to read. You're not the boss of my chats? That's fair. That is fair. Hi, Sirstis. Bruh, isn't that just text in OBS? No. You would think so, but no. It is not. Izea influencer aspirations report. Perfect. Save as. Hi, Dragon Gem. How are you? Save and click and close, and we'll run it like that. Yeah, the one thing about Twitch chat is that it doesn't know what the emotes are at this point. It doesn't know how to read the emotes just yet. Not just yet. Anyways, let's jump into it. Hi, Programmaborg. Welcome in. Nice to have you here. Let's actually do the Ludwig thing here first because it's a short article. It's not too crazy. Not too crazy. Let's get some dark mode on here, though. Fan to Twitch. We're free. Exactly, Wizworld. Hi, Wizworld. How are you? Borg, how are you? Ludwig is the king of streaming. Ludwig is the king of streaming. 10-minute read, so 1 hour. T-Can? Nope. No, it's going to be short. We're going to get it done by 5:41. 5:41. At home with Ludwig Agren, the wannabe late-night talk show host turned YouTube icon. Did you guys know that? I didn't actually know he wanted to be a late-night talk show host. That's kind of interesting. As long as Nair doesn't show... Yeah, well, we can only hope. When Ludwig Agren was 16 years old, he met Jay Leno. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Settling in for the nice long stream today. How dare you, Jen? Agren was a guest on his sister's Agren was a guest at his sister's graduation from Emerson College in Massachusetts. Hi, Brindy. Hi, Sage. And Leno was the marquee speaker. A connoisseur of Conan O'Brien and the Colbert Report, Agren fancied himself a future late-night star. He had the opportunity to meet Leno. He took it. All right. Interesting. I did not know that his inspiration came from Leno. That is actually news to me. I'm sure he's talked about it all the time, but I was full of ego, he recalls, while seated at a rolling desk chair on a subterranean floor of his Los Angeles home on Monday in April. What even is this sentence? Why would they write it like this? What are they trying to fill? God, I hate articles like this. It feels like they're trying to fill a word count. He recalls while seated at a rolling desk chair on a subterranean floor of his Los Angeles home on a Monday in April. 75% of those details are completely unimportant. And that's why I hate these kind of articles. I wish I'd read this initially. I would never have brought it to stream. For European viewers, who is Leno beyond a guy who with loads of cool cards? Jay Leno is a former talk show host for NBC, I want to say. The direct competitor at the time to Letterman, who was also... No, he was NBC. Anyways, competing talk show hosts. Was it NBC? Who was on ABC? Wait. Anyways, doesn't really matter that much. The day had a 25% chance of rain with... Yeah, exactly, Jen. Exactly. Highway... Okay. I'm just going to call you Dare. I don't know why I can't say where e-girls dare. It's the where and e that makes that one difficult to say. He's wearing a what? Oh my God, literally. He's wearing a white t-shirt, black sweatpants, and no shoes. Or for that matter, socks. Who wrote this story? Sheila Yasmin Marikar. You subscribe to feet.com. The luminescence of oh God, I hate. Oh, okay, I'm really gonna hate this. Oh, I should just stop right now before I make myself angry. Hi, Snottelling. How are you? The luminescence of 3 monitors and 2 studio lights casts his face in an incandescent glow. I came up to him and said, "Hey, Jay, I'm going to be a late night talk show host." Ogren goes on. Leno humored him, asked for his name. Their conversation ended there, and Ogren went on to matriculate at Arizona State University, where he majored in journalism, which I also did not know. It sounds like he's sitting in a bunker. Yes, he's kind of sitting where I wish I was. I thought it was the closest thing to talk show host, he says. Never became that, but I guess now I'm something kind of close. Would I be able to refer to you as a friend? Why? See, we didn't even need the description. We just got we got the picture, and it tells this is 1,000 words. He was sitting there playing Balatro as he watched Northern Lion. Is that Northern Lion? I think it's Northern Lion. Got the same setup his setup's actually worse. He doesn't have he uses just stock stands. Huh. All right. Is this on a tripod on his desk? Wait. Wait, what is this? This is just a tripod with a big ass light. Hi, Domby. Bunch of supplements. Yeah. Creatine. D. Red Bull. Viagra. That looks like a multivitamin. All right. Fair enough. Seated here at the Stream Center in his home in Los Angeles. PlayStation down here. Okay. All right. Decent plug situation. Couch. Phone. All right. It's light stand. So, yeah, it's that's what I mean. It's like a tripod stand. Because there's 3 legs to those. But, yeah, it's kind of strange. Why wouldn't you just get like your Ludwig? Why wouldn't you just get a desk? Anyways, doesn't matter. To put it mildly, with 5.8 million subscribers, Ogren, I do have to get this article done in 18 minutes. To put it mildly, with 5.8 million subscribers, Ogren 28, who goes by the handle Ludwig Online, is one of the most popular streamers on YouTube. Ogren came up on the Super Smash Bros. Circuit around 2019, live streaming hundreds, thousands of hours of gameplay to an ever-increasing following on Twitch. He did give free picks, that is true. By 2020, he had picked up over 1 million followers, largely by branching out and collaborating with other prominent creators. While streaming may still be his bread and butter, he calls his workspace his stream center. These days, he's thinking bigger. Wilder, like a precocious talent whose ascent, despite the heights it's already reached, has only just begun. I hate how this is written. What are you trying to get a Pulitzer Prize for a Ludwig article? I was at a meeting recently where we were basically talking about how blockbusters are usually the right gamble, he said. Basically, why it's important, why it's worth it to forego 10 smaller streams and put more eggs in one basket for a higher concept. Such as Unpaid Intern, a comedy series he recently launched that's like The Office, minus every iota of HR. Minus every iota of HR. I'd rather put my time and energy into what might be a blockbuster than another stream where I'm just staring at a computer. I'd rather take a gamble. That's fair. Hi, Obeezy. How are you? How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Proud to have no HR. Absolutely. HR is there to protect the company, not to protect the people. I'd rather put my time in. Oh, I already got that. Damn, what a shot. Good shot. Man. That's the kind of hair I used to wish I had as a kid. Every time that I saw that, or friends that had that kind of hair, I was like, I wish I had that. Ludwig has this inhumane energy to nail takes and make the whole crew laugh. Slime, Super Smash Bros. Streamer. To back up, Ogren did not always have designs on the big time. Growing up in New Hampshire, he played video games like any kid does for fun, he says. After you do your homework, for however long your mom will let you. Given his namesake, his mother thought that he might play the piano. Can he? I wouldn't say that's a fair assessment, he says. He proved more proficient at consuming television, and though he knew what he wanted to be when he grew up, college initially was a challenge. I think that if you're not doing some kind of extracurricular activity, you're wasting your time in college, he says. The degree doesn't always net you something unless you're like a STEM major, in which case go off and make $100K. Which isn't really that much money these days, but okay. That's dope. But if you're getting a journalism degree, that's not what happens. Editor's note, again, to put it mildly. Oh, I get it. Okay. I get it. That's a commentary from the editor just being like, yeah, we definitely don't get paid a lot. So I was like, okay, what are my extracurriculars? And then I tried joining a bunch of shit. First came the sailing club. I quit because it cost $4K a semester. He says, like, no way. Next, a cappella. I didn't get a call back. Then a comedy club. They didn't choose me. Eventually found a new comedy club that was just starting up called Tempe Late Night. He was one of its first members. At this point in the retelling, Ders, one of the cats who cohabitates with Ogren and his girlfriend, a streamer known as Cutie Cinderella, they have 2 plus a dog. Oh my god. What is happening with these sentences? Wanders in. Ders is a Scottish fold who commands a room like Rihanna. Guys, what am I reading? Why am I reading this? Why am I still doing this? So, to the writer, no, there's no shot that a cat walked in and commanded the room like Rihanna. I'm sorry. Oh, boy. I hope this person gets a job doing profiles of, like, JD Vance and stuff in the future where they can actually put their talent to use and words to make an actual article that is, like, of importance. The person who interviewed him for sure did some sort of English major. Oh, for sure. And probably 2 semesters over in Yale. And they summer in the Hamptons. And sometimes they go to the UK just because they like to get the sense of the true nature of the language. Hi, Bat. How are you? The takeaway is that Rihanna licks her own butt. Well, that's a pretty good one, too. For some, it is impossible to look away from Ders. Ogren is able to nonchalantly scratch her back and carry on. You got some images on set for Ludwig's new comedy series, Unpaid Intern. Ludwig was really good at putting himself in front of an audience. Ludwig can quickly identify if something could be improved, says Nick V. Ludwig's Unpaid Intern series is like The Office minus every iota of HR. One day, at a Tempe late night meetup, Ogren noticed a poster on the wall advertising an upcoming meeting of the Super Smash Bros. Club. He went. He began attending weekly tournaments. It was his first foray into competitive gaming, but as graduation loomed, so did the reality of the real world and its attendant obligations. He focused first on location. I figure it would be good to go to either New York or LA, he says, because those are places you should go, I think, not for any specific reason. He applied to 300 jobs in both cities and got 1 interview in Los Angeles. He rented a Toyota Camry, stuffed his bloggings into it, and drove to LA, where he slept on his sister's couch. He got the job, web editor of a wine and spirits magazine, and has lived in LA ever since. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Ludwig not being starstruck by his own cat? I know. It's shocking. It is shocking. Someone is working overtime to pay for their master's in English student debt. Yeah. He can't remember the name of the magazine. I got fired after 6 weeks, he says. An HTML formatting flub was to blame. And what sounds like a page ripped from an unpaid intern script, not that there are scripts, he incorrectly identified a major funder of the magazine in a photo caption, and she called for his head. It was a total accident. He says, frankly, I was out of my depth doing HTML formatting. I should be doing Squarespace at most. After there were jobs at Best Buy, the largest one west of Mississippi in terms of sales volume, he says, and number of thefts, which seemed to go hand in hand. Snapchat, where he got let go, not because I was bad at my job, although I wasn't great at it, but because they were spending haphazardly. And a Chinese vape company that made vapes that looked like old iPod shuffles. He says, I don't know who their market was. I assume it was children. All the while, he kept streaming on the side, building up his base of fans and collaborators. He served as the vapes company's head of marketing, and his huge pitch to them hinged on his friendship with YouTuber Faze Banks, who had verbally committed to being the spokesperson for a subscription program where you reduce the amount of nicotine in your vape cartridge every month until eventually you're vaping no nicotine at all, Ogren says. Faze had been vaping for a while, and he wanted to quit. According to Ogren, the CEO rejected his pitch because he was worried that the company's vapes weren't good enough. This is so strange. This is so interesting. The promotion would lead to increased product scrutiny that could beget bad publicity. Game over. There was a lame duck once that happened, Ogren says. He collected a paycheck until he was fired in February 2019. You know about this story, Illusion. Interesting. By that point, he was making about $2,500 a month streaming. I had about $7,000 in my savings account, he recalls. I figured I can probably go for 6 months without having to get a real job. If it works in 6 months, hell yeah. If not, I'll find another job. That's okay too. I lied about it though, he says. Online, I said I quit to go full time. It's the better story. And Ogren is nothing if not a storyteller. He exudes the affability of a huckster meets the boy next door. Stick a microphone in his face and the showman comes to life. And yet, it never feels like he's trying too hard. It's important to be yourself and be authentic, he says, of his on-screen persona. But at the same time, you're putting on a damn show, right? You should be more entertaining than you would be if you were in a bubble bath at 10 p.m. Which, that sounds like a show idea. Hi, Bear. How are you doing? Bear, you're already in the main chat. You can't go to YouTube and just start typing in the chat and pretend like it's a new thing. I mean, you can, but I'm going to call you out on it. I always had this mantra, he adds. You should stream to 1 viewer as you would to 10,000. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. I've said that too. Hi, Mike. 10 p.m. bubble baths are killing it on Twitch. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen an Austin show stream that looked like that, so... Yeah, exactly. Exactly, say Sarah. If you're not giving that one person all you have to offer, why are you going to sit around and why are new people going to join? Yeah, I completely agree with this sentiment, by the way. This one is definitely true. He mastered the art of bringing new fans on board in the spring of 2021 when he embarked on a subathon that ended up lasting 732 hours. Lest you imagine Ogren as a Dr. Evil-esque mastermind stroking Durs in his lap as he thinks about ever more twisted ways to gin up his subscription base, know that the impetus for the subathon was quite simple. His appendix burst. I was bedridden for 2 weeks, he says. I couldn't stream, and it's weird to not stream for that long. It's very uncommon. Austin and Canute in the tub was epic. Yeah, that's a full tub. That's a very full tub. T-Can, you can't do that. Guys, you're not allowed to do this. You cannot double dip on a extra hello. You already typed in this one. You can't do both. Whose emote is that, by the way? Heave? All right. I don't know who Heave is, but that's okay. When he felt ready to get back in the saddle or the rolling desk chair, he wanted to make up for lost time. I saw that people were doing subathons, in which every new subscription makes the live stream last a little longer. I figured I'd go maybe a week. The only way it would hit a month is if it broke the record for the most subscribers ever, which I didn't think was possible at the start of it, but then it happened. Then it happened is one way to describe Ogren's swift and powerful rise. There is... Okay. Guys, you can't do that. Hi, Cohen. How are you? Guys, this is... I'm not saying hello to any more people on YouTube that I don't recognize as already having been in the Twitch chat. You can't do that. There is something about the ease in which, with which he speaks in 3 dimensions as well as 2 that makes his success seem inevitable. What the hell does that even mean? What does this mean? Oh, in 3 dimensions. Okay, I get it. I get it. See, that doesn't work. Nice try, guys. This is a different channel, but it's still connected to Twitch. So you don't show up as being unique there. What does spamming the hearts thing on the right do? I have no idea. Does it do anything? I don't think it does anything. Oh, you guys can't see it on my, but I'm doing it on my screen. Well, there. I was doing it here. I'm just clicking this. I don't think it does anything though. Why is that cut off? Oh, because I changed the site. That makes sense. Can I get my TOS badge over on YouTube? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Give you that one. And say Sarah also needs it. Give you that one. Anybody else? Anybody else? No. Hi, Bonsai. Can you even see that I'm doing it? I can see that it's happening, yeah. If I look at it directly, I can see that it's happening. Does it do anything? Viewer activity. No super chat, stream health, shopping. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I don't think it matters. I think it just tells the streamer, hey, people are clicking a button. So I should have a few thousand for me. Well, thank you. Why is Ted Cruz? God damn it. There you go. You got your badge. Guys, I have 4 minutes to finish this article. Stop. There's his news anchor perfect swoop of hair. It's how most people recognize me. He says, if I'm wearing a hat, I get approached a lot less. His movie star smile. His seemingly lack of body fat.
When I first became a Twitch affiliate, they didn't even have the affiliate program. This platform is already kind of at its peak. I don't think there's anything that they can do to make this platform any better. Ads are great, and if you think that you have a better implementation than ads that are currently existing, you know, I think you should be working for Tesla because you're on Mars or something. The ads are perfect. When I get the opportunity to vote, I'll be voting no on making any changes to make this platform better.
Vote no for the vote nay. Vote nay in this chat, and I don't know, post something in the YouTube chat that says no. I don't know what we do on YouTube chat. We only have vote nay on Twitch. So, hi, Sully. I want a badge. All right, you get a badge. You get a badge. There you go. You've got your badge now. Will you make the timer? That's the story now. No, I don't think I will. I think I'm nerfed at this point. His movie star smile, his seemingly lack of body fat in an industry that tends to like its on-screen talent that way. Wait, what? His seeming lack of body fat in an industry that tends to like its on-screen talent that way. All right. But to chalk it up to then it happened would be to oversimplify his appeal. Ludwig is unique because...
Have you ever thought about how, to a horse, the world is basically Candyland? Like they're wandering down a trail and boom, there's just some thistles. And then to the left, a delicious tree. There's just food all over the ground, everywhere. Horses seem pretty excited about it. Subscribe with Prime.
Ludwig is unique because he is a machine that interprets content and spits out all the parts of it that he admires, creating a grotesque, ghoulish, yet strangely sincere and beautiful version of how he sees the world, says Slime, a streamer who came up with Ogren in the Super Smash Bros. Circuit. They've collaborated many times. What keeps me coming back is that I've never ever seen a camera turn on and him not turn on with it, you know? Hi, Grandpa Yuri. How are you? How does Twitch have $46 billion valuation? I saw your note about it, and I instantly thought of the recent $5 billion valuation for the Boston Celtics. Very good question, Grandpa Yuri. It's a very good question. I don't think it's actually... It's the assessment of one analyst, one banker analyst, who has done them every single year. And I guess they're basing it around the idea of what the overall technology package is worth, including its future potential and so forth. Hi, Mongozi. Never fails. My browser makes a fight to hear Zach, and worth it for the commercial. Well, there you go. Hi, you were found. Hi, V'ger. How are you doing? Slime says, he has this inhumane energy to nail takes and make the whole crew laugh for 8 hours straight. Or us, or anyone watching. Truly is the one thing I admire about him the most. All right. Nick V, another Super Smash Bros. Friend, and concurs. Ludwig is really good at putting himself in the shoes of an audience, he says. I think it's a huge part of why he is such a good performer. He can quickly identify if something is good or bad idea, or if something could be improved, purely by understanding whether or not an audience is likely to respond well to it. One thing Ogren's audience responds particularly well to... Neurons, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome. Particularly well to his invitation to spend a $10,000 decor budget for his stream space across Amazon. This is why behind his rolling desk chair, there are some things that might not make conventional sense. Ogren says, like the popcorn machine filled with plastic yellow ducks and a regal 6-foot-tall pirate statue that alone cost $2,000. His audience also picked out the banner that now graces the wall behind a cat tree frequently by dares, a portrait of Ronald Reagan with a misattributed quote, "Drunk cigs don't count." It's a meme. How are you doing, Neurons? Welcome in. Some touches are Ogren's own. The signed Tom Brady jersey, the laundry-strewn air mattress on which he sleeps during certain...
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more.
We're almost done. We're almost done. We have a paragraph. We have a paragraph. How long is this thing?
It's time to stop.
We have a paragraph left. There's a certain live streams. The weirdest part is when you're waking up, he says. When you're sleeping, you're just sleeping. The collection of vitamins and supplements on his desk, a stash worthy of GNC shelf, fish oil, creatine, magnesium, D3. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who streams who isn't getting enough D3. Who's getting enough D3, he says. It's true. Many streamers do not get enough D. In the manufactured darkness of his streaming space, he keeps the blinds drawn to keep the lighting consistent. Ogren has found a way of letting people into his life while entertaining them, often late at night. Maybe Leno remembers his name. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe it doesn't matter. I realized at a certain point a while back that I don't even watch late night talk shows, he says. I find them a bit dated. So then I was like, maybe I should try to become something else. Well, there you go. These are the kind of articles that you would purchase a Sports Illustrated for if you were a teenage boy and weren't able to purchase a Playboy magazine back in the day. You would read these things and be like, yeah, okay, that's kind of an interesting article on Michael Jordan. Now, let me skip ahead a couple pages because I'm a teen boy. I'm not speaking from experience. Or actually, I am, but anyways. And it wasn't, what was the other one? It wasn't Sports Illustrated. What was the other one? Maxim. Was it Maxim? I think it was Maxim. No. FMG? Was it FMG? Was that the thing? Magazine? No. No, it's definitely not that one. FHM, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. FHM. Hi, Inner Shades. Hi, Noah. Nothing beats the Sears catalog. Yeah. Oh, is that what it was? For Him magazine? I'm literally learning that with you right now. That's hilarious. I had no idea that's what it was actually, what the actual name of it was. Yeah. They're still around, eh? Oh, no, it's not. It ended in December 2015. Huh. Well, there you go. Call me when Ludwig gets a cover story in Lowrider. I don't even know what Lowrider is. JCPenney's would argue otherwise. I don't think we had those in Canada. Sears we did have, but... Do you guys remember the Sears Wish book? Unrelated to being a teen boy. You guys remember this the Wish book? Do you guys have this as a kid? Around Christmas time? And like it was just a thick catalog that had like everything ever that it was like the internet, it was like browsing Amazon, but in paper format. Yeah. I remember like my grandmother used to get this, and every time we'd visit her sometime in November or something, me and my sister, we would just sit there and we would look through every single page, and we would all, each page, we could pick one item that we wanted. And it was like a competition for who could get the best item first. It's like, that one, I want that. Fun times. Christmas was banned in the USSR. That's fair, yeah. As it should be. Christmas doesn't come to commies. It's the complete anti-capitalist thing. They can't do it. I'm not very good at the quiet thing. I just say what I think. That's fair. I was too poor, so I had the TV Guide catalog. Well, I guess I get to see some stuff that may be coming on soon. It's like describing written physical literature before the internet. I know. Kind of a weird thing to have described that as. I love looking at the catalogs, even though I knew I was never going to get anything from them. Same. I didn't get anything from them. But it was nice to look at. I think I vaguely remember these existing, but my dad would never let us have this. I remember wishing for the Lego monorail kit and never getting it. I don't know if there was ever anything that like has stuck with me all this time. I know for my sister has like a white whale Christmas gift that she always wanted and never got, which was my size Barbie. That is the one thing that is always, I should actually try to get her one of those. Now that I'm saying that, how much does a my size Barbie cost? That would be kind of a cool gift to get to give my sister today. eBay. Well, just get her the head. That's perfect. That's perfect. My size Barbies cost thousands of dollars and have been imported from Japan. Oh, I see what you're describing. Okay. All right. I see what you're describing. Absolute degeneracy. How tall are my size Barbies for adults? You guys are the worst. It would make for a good reaction when she opens the box. Mail it to her with a ransom note using various magazine letters. Oh boy. Quick question about the DJ program. Was there something Twitch posted somewhere about what happens to VODs and clips? Like after you join, they are automatically deleted. My understanding, I have not had this fully confirmed, but my understanding is that anything that exists prior to will stay, but anything post will not. It's kind of like an example of that would be what happened to this channel when I turned off VODs and clips on it. There are still some clips there, I do believe. Yeah, so there's a couple clips there. But what are these? But yeah, I should probably just delete those too. Hi, Workers Pulse. How are you? Did you see Destiny say he got his Twitch back? No, did he? Wow, Twitch is just on a tear. No. Seems not. Currently unavailable. Does he can do a Warmonger Agit prop on here now? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Anyways, maybe he does at some point. Hi, Fumi. How are you? All right. Let's jump into this. The U.S. Influencer Aspiration Report put out by Izea just came out. This is the U.S. edition. I don't even know who this person is. Anybody recognize her face? Yeah, I'm toxic as always. Hope you're doing good. Well, Fumi, I appreciate it. Wait, are you? Is the name Fumiko Aoki? Looks like a stock photo. It does look like a stock photo. This is the famous streamer U.S. edition. Correct. For the third consecutive year, we surveyed over 1,200 U.S.-based consumers to help understand who considers themselves influencers, who aspires to become influencers, and what role influencer marketing plays in the daily lives of consumers. Ooh, I'm going to enjoy this so much better than I enjoyed that Ludwig article. Goals: provide insight for our partners who are responsible for marketing products and services on digital platforms. Educate and assist decision makers who must stay informed on social media and influencer marketing trends to operate their business. Help all parties understand how the growing creator ecosystem is introducing a wide range of voices that can positively impact influencer marketing campaigns of all sizes. So, this is not meant for you and I. We are not the target market here. It is purely based on marketers and figuring out how to best get a brand's message in front of people. So he plans to help Doc get his account back too. I didn't realize he was friends to Doc. These don't sound like real stories, Workers Pulse, but maybe they are. I don't even know. Sample population. United States, 12, 27, 20. Oh, wow, this is so old. From around Christmas? Was that 7 months out of date? All right. 1,217 respondents. 48% are male, 52% are female. 20% are 18 to 29. Oh, wow. Why is this so old? This is fascinating. 27% are 30 to 44. 27% are 45 to 60. And 25% are 60 plus. So this isn't even a report about how to target Gen Z, which is typically the audience that most brands are trying to actually engage with. This is overall looking at internet connection and be a social media user with a pretty heavy demographic over 45. More than 50% over 45. Fascinating. This will be very interesting. So keep that in mind through this all. It's relatively split sex-wise, but age-wise, this is for the olds. 26% of social media users consider themselves to be influencers. Oh boy. Well, here, let's do our own. Who are you calling old? I'm sorry, but it just is what it is. People who do get older than 45. I understand that. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm close to it too. It's fine. I'm in the 50%. Stop age shaming. 26%. What is old to you? Anything over 30. Kind of old in the social media era. Sorry, we're all old. We have to accept it. It's like I see those all the time. Those goddamn. Why am I so derailed immediately? TikTok, aged filter. You guys seen all these? This meme right now. Everyone's like, hey, I'm going to get a DMCA. This is what 42 looks like. And then they go, well, actually, surprise, surprise. Here's what it actually looks like. And I go, I just wet myself. You look 60 here. You look 60. And now you look 40. Like, I don't know what people are trying to do with this. How I thought I would look at 41. Okay? Yeah, you look 60. All right, she looks a little bit younger than 41. Hi, Miss Tiffany. How are you? She looks 40. You don't look 15. Okay. That's a weird one. Okay. Do not start using retinol at age 10. I don't know what that means. All right. She looks... That's... The daughter looks... Oh, no. Maybe that's because the filter's on. I was going to say the daughter looks... What are we talking about? Why is everybody thinking that everyone is supposed to look like they're 100 years old when you turn 30? Why? Yeah. Anyways, it's just it's a trend that is going on. It's going crazy right now. Some do. Hi, Amira. How are you? Hi, Ned. As a man, I might start using foundation. I mean, you can. I got wrinkles at age 16. I at the same thing. It's kind of like there's kind of like a bunch of different things happening with that in terms of in terms of like people's sentiments. We're hunting for DMCAs on 3 channels now. True. Don't worry, Zach. We know you're older than 21, but not 60. True. Fair. Hi, Miss L. I'm 37. I'm totally okay with aging. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying is that there's this whole concept of like people go, oh, well, you know, once you turn 30 or 35 or 40 or 45, you're going to look like you're a grandmother who's had a hard life. And you were pulling up potatoes and stuffing them into the underground potato shelter. What are those things called? Before refrigeration, you had like an underground thing, cold room. Anyways, it doesn't really matter that much. But it's like, hey, guess what? Root cellar. Yes, thank you. And it's just like, guys, guess what? Hey, aging is part of life. You don't always have to look like you're 20. Most people seem to look better the older that they get. At a certain point, yeah, sure, once you hit 60, and even then, 60 is not the same 60 that it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. The advancements of technology and health and food and all the pomegranates that we're all eating and the avocado toast are probably having some level of impact on our overall skin conditions so that we're all a little bit healthier than we were back in the day when people were driving around in 70s metal cars with lead paint on the walls while they were playing with lawn darts that were killing their kids. Like, yeah, things have changed a little bit. Everything's protected. You got little warnings on every single thing that you do. It's going to be okay to age, guys. Anyway, sorry. I was just had to get that off my chest. It's been just full on my TikTok feed. It's just people going, yeah, this is what I thought I was going to look like when I was 55. And then they look and they're like, yeah, you look like a woman who is 45. You look like a dude who's 40. You look like it's not that big of a deal. Does nobody realize how they age when around people like them until this age? But now we have TikTok, so it becomes a viral meme. Yeah. Only admins get root sellers. Ordinary devs get shoved in the dark without privileges. Fair. 60 is the new 80. Leaded gas. Yeah. Back when they made gas smell good. Good old leaded gas. Now they don't. Now gas doesn't smell good anymore. Barely smells like anything at all. You almost wish that there would be like a one of those pumps just kind of goes haywire and starts spraying everywhere, just so you can get a nice smell of some gas. Jordan the Stallion is crying. He looks older than his 20. True. We still got lead and stuff. Yeah. Some. Not much, though. Oh, those cups. Those Stanley cups, right? And our G Fuel. Those are the memes of things that have lead in them still. Anyways. 26%. 26%. Now, my hope is that this 26%, 1 in 4 of these people, us olds, 1 in 4. On the plus side, if we age and look old, that means somehow humanity didn't self-destroy in a nuclear holocaust. True. Yeah. My grandmother ran an elderly care facility. I've watched how people age. It's gonna be okay. Gash Gang, Miss L, thanks so much for the 3-stream streak. I hear you don't approve of these. Fine, be a grouch. Influencer following. How many people follow you on social media? Over 44% of influencers have more than 10,000 followers. 2% of people have more than 1 million. 4% have 500. Wait, what is that number? 5,000,001 to 1 million. 101,000 to 500,000. 50,000 to 100,000. 10,000 to 50,000. Most people have 1,000 to 10,000. So you can kind of describe these as like mega influencers. This is going to be your probably in the range of being a professional, somebody who does it for some kind of living. And these are going to be your micro influencers, people who are just kind of getting started or have a very, very specific niche audience. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Okay. Influencer aspirations by age. Do you aspire to become a social media influencer? 10% of the 60 pluses said yes. Hi, Lamp. Honestly, can't wait to age more. Make me a grouchy 80-year-old already. Fair. Hi, MS Gamer. New streamer. I am a new streamer. That is true. MS Gamer. I am brand new. Just started. These are nice colors. You're right, Growly Bear. These are nice colors. These are actually really nice. 14% between 45 and 60. 13.5%, 30 to 44, and 20% of 18 to 29 say they would like to become a influencer. That's not surprising to me at all. I would say that typically this age range, you're not really quite sure what you're doing. The older that you get, I think that you have a general idea. You often either figure out what you're going to do, you become an entrepreneur, you become a content creator, you take a job, you get into a career. Those kind of things end up happening at that range, and you end up sticking to it. And then, of course, the older you get, it's harder to have the energy, stamina, and desire to figure out algorithms and stuff like that to actually make it a viable career. So, yeah, there you go. 54% of respondents aged 18 to 60 would quit their job to make a living as a social media influencer. 54%. You just want everyone to get off your lawn? I mean, you could be a lawn influencer. That's probably a thing. If you can see the money and have examples being constantly flaunted in your face, of course, you want to do it? Yeah. This is probably more directly related to current economic realities, in that social media has a tendency to put the best, or because of the fact that they become popular, you end up seeing the best examples of success, of people actually living their dreams, of doing content that is that they're like, oh, I could do that. I could definitely do that. And making money doing so. Like there's a lot of talk. I don't know if you guys know about like the 23-year-old Hampton influencer lady, 23-year-old Hampton influencer woman. Yeah. Influencer Haley Kate, 23, sends Gen Z into spiral after revealing she bought a Hamptons house. People on the internet are scrambling to cash an influencer check after TikTok star Haley McGugan bought, that doesn't sound like a real last name, bought her very first house and a car on the same day. And people lost their minds over this. Hi, Ivana. Not thinking about no medical insurance or paying taxes on the income they get. No, because again, most creators probably aren't doing that either. I mean, if you ask a lot of the people on Twitch who are making this their full-time career, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, most people who are making $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 per month on this platform right now have either no savings or no plan for savings or retirement or anything of that nature. I talk to people all the time who are, most of them aren't making that much money, first and foremost, who are doing this full time. So they're just kind of going day to day and hoping for the best at the end of the month, that they're going to be able to afford rent and stuff like that. That's the most common case that I do hear, especially now that viewership is down, sub counts are down, etc. But then the people who do end up making decent income, they're kind of just living life. And I'm like, hey, like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not the person you should be talking to about what to do with your money. But do you have a savings account? Have you put any money into a high interest savings account during the last couple of years where interest rates have been high and inflation has been higher? And most of them are like, well, it's kind of in my checking account. I'm just like, do you get interest on that checking account? And they go like 0.2%. I'm just like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why is this happening? Oh, man. Anyways, it's again, it's not my expertise, but even then I go, boy, you got to do something. Got to do something. Hi, Pixelvix. How are you? Hi, Dust. Welcome in. But Zach, what's the point of retirement if the world's going to be inhabitable in 50 years? Well, that's a very good question. You make a very good question. It's like you suggesting the Pulitzer Prize hunting journalists would write profiles of streamers who do better than average. Yeah, occasionally they do. Yeah, streamers being good with money, shocker. Yeah, just we'll get for sure. Yeah. Anyways, it's an understandable thing. Again, when I had no money, the last thing that I was concerned about was my future. So I get it. I understand that, but it's also a matter of like, if you're, and this is going to be a tough pill to swallow or to say, but like if you're just barely getting by, you should probably try to get a part-time job, something to help supplement that income. Just, again, it doesn't have to be a full-time, you don't have to quit, but get 10 hours at a coffee shop. Like it's a kind of thing that can make the difference in terms of being able to start saving a little bit. Anyways. Shop around. Different banks will have different high interest accounts. Find the best one. Make your money make money. Absolutely, Aretha. 100%. I've been hunting yield for the last 2 years, or chasing yield, or however you want to describe it. But basically, banks offer promotions, and so like Tangerine in Canada offered a 6% interest promotion for a period of 3 to 4 months, and I put my money there. And then when that promotion ended, there was a different bank that was like, hey, if you transfer over $10,000, we'll give you 5.8% interest. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll transfer my money there. And my main bank actually just made an offer not today, 2 days ago, that I took them up on as of yesterday, and some today, where they're offering 5.5%. I'm just like, all right, yeah, I'll transfer my money to that. Sure. Because again, it's not, you don't make a ton of money off of interest, but it's something. It's something. And especially if it's like a savings fund or whatever, having that kind of compounding interest does help a little bit. About to hit that point in my sitch, loan free as the start of the month. First time in about 8 years. Congratulations, Dust. Congratulations. Several billion bacteria. Wait, what? To hunt for deals, same with like insurances. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, guys, you want to, in Canada? In Canada, one of the funnest things to do is to hunt for free money. So like, I have a few of these credit cards because of the fact that when you sign up, they just give you cash, or they give you like a 20% initial deal in terms of your cash back, or they give you if you have a balance somewhere else, they give you 0 interest. God, don't have a balance if you can. There's all kinds of ways that you can get basically free money. You have to be careful because a credit card always is going to come with the risk that you're probably going to end up spending it. And so you want to be very, very careful about when you do sign up for credit cards. But those kind of deals, not the worst. Not the worst to take advantage of. That's a churner. I am a churner. That is true. What does the fine print say? Exactly. Tell that to 21-year-old me. Tell that to 23-year-old me, 24-year-old me. Who went broke because not because I spent the money, but because I did favors in terms of spending money for a family member who decided to run up my balance and never pay me back. So those there's always risk involved. There's always risk involved. Anyways, this is not a financial stream. You're exactly right, Mike. I should leave Stock Guy to being the financial dude, but I do think that people should not, streamers especially, should do more with the money that they do have, especially if you are somebody who's pushed beyond just being a getting by person to actually do something with those savings. 50% of respondents aged 18 to 60 would quit their job to make a living as a social media influencer. If you could quit your job and make a living as an influencer, a full-time social media influencer, would you? 51% of men, keep in mind there was more women who answered this than men, or sorry, male versus female. There is a difference there. But anyways, versus 47% for female. Yes, by age group, 50% of 18 to 29, 52% of 30 to 44, and 60% of 45 to 60. Hi, I'm San. 60% of the 45 to 60 range. That tells me, because that group, I mean, that's literally, we're talking boomers. Yeah. We Gen X are tired of this crap. Yeah. Hi, Taco Pete. The older you get, the more jaded you get with your job. Yeah. So that's what I was going to kind of say here, is that these are the people that probably saw their parents. And again, we've sort of seen that with our parents, if you're a elder millennial, and how fucked that they ended up getting, because the promise of the future, the retirement, the safety net, the white picket fence, has all kind of disappeared over the last few decades. And so incredible jadedness here. These people, you know, that's why it's such a significant decline there. These people are at retirement age or are retired. So they probably don't want to have to do something as a job. They may just do it because it's fun to them, but otherwise, yeah. So those might be people that are looking for towards retirement anyways, have paid into the retirement fund, so they're more likely to replace their current job with social media, possibly. Zach for PM of Canada Landia. Perhaps not. Full-time influencer is too much work. Yeah, full-time influencer is way too much work. As somebody who's technically in the field of influencer, I don't, well, maybe. It's a lot of work. Plan to go full-time when I retire. 64% of social media users would accept payment for brands to promote their product on their social media channels. I'm surprised that's not higher, to be quite honest with you. 66.6% of male, 62.9% of female. Yeah, okay, so you guys might be right that this is people that are thinking about the future. They already potentially have money, because this number being, well, it's actually a little bit higher now that I look at it, but it's less of a concern compared to the rest of the other groups. 75%, 30 to 44, 69%, nice, 18 to 29. Influencer compensation. 53% of influencers have been compensated with money to make social posts for brands. 53%. And we're saying that 26% of people consider themselves influencers? Fascinating. 37% say, yes, I only have been paid in money. 33% say, yes, I have only received items or products instead of money. Okay, I don't even believe this now. How are there more people getting money than there are people getting free product? Brands hand out free product like it's nothing. I've received both money and item/product. Strange. Hi, Kimchi. Put in the work, get paid. Those who spend more than 5 hours per day on social media are 4.4 times more likely to be compensated by brands to post online. Have you ever been paid or received items as payment by a brand to make social media posts? 12.8% spend less than 5 hours per day on social media. 56.8% spend more than 5 hours per day on social media. Maybe this counts stuff like sign up for our product and share with a friend to get X in cash. Maybe. Is that a common thing? Like an affiliate? 5 hours a day or more. I mean, yeah, I'm doing 5 hours a day or more every 7 hours per day. That's not true. I'm doing 5 or more hours per day every 9 hours per day. Every 9-hour period. About half of that is probably on social media. I took the thickest nap. I was out, gone. Kimchi, I'm glad to hear that. I hope it went well. Hope you had good dreams. Hope you're feeling better. If you're feeling, and by better, I mean if you were tired before. I know stuff like the Revolut do it a lot. Oh, interesting. They pay up to $70 per friend you refer. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Tech Stocky, did HelloFresh pay him or give him free food? Wait, why? Did he actually not get paid? 5 hours a day. Who spends 5 hours a day on Instagram? I can barely handle 1 hour of it. Oh, yeah, definitely not Instagram. Not on Instagram. This can be anything. Keep in mind, this is Izea. This is not Instagram. Izea is a influencer marketing company. 59% of influencers surveyed say they work full-time. That sounds about right. I feel great. 100% would recommend. I bet they gave them free food. They probably did, yeah. They probably did. I know when I did HelloFresh here in Canada, they gave me a code to be able to get a box for free, and then they paid me for anybody who did end up buying it themselves. 59% of influencers surveyed say they work full-time. 59%, what best describes your employment status? Oh, interesting. Work full-time, 59%. Work part-time, 13%. Seeking work, 10%. That's a 10% unemployment rate, by the way. 10% unemployment rate. What's the official unemployment rate in the U.S.? 4.3? 4.1. Interesting. That kind of tells you something. If you've got time to do an Izea survey, you're looking for work. So that does have an impact on this overall survey. Like these 10%, you basically stack all of these by an easy 10%, right? Like all of these people who have no job would be like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would do it. I'd consider myself an influencer. I'd do it full time. Does change the equation ever so slightly. 8% are parent / caregiver, 5% are retired, 4% are full-time student, and 2% are other. I'm assuming entrepreneur or contractor maybe? I don't know. What's the labor participation rate? Valid question. Company size comparison. What is the size of the company you work for? Influencers are 1.5 times more likely to be self-employed than general social media users and 2.5 times less likely to work for a company with over 1,000 employees. Now, that doesn't surprise me at all, especially the self-employed side of things. Influencers, general social media users. 13% of self-employed are influencers. 8.9% are general social media users. 2 to 10 employees, roughly the same. 11 to 50, slightly higher. It's interesting that the influencer side is almost always higher than the general social media users. I don't know how that's possible even. Well, other than, I guess, the vast majority of social media users are working for Fortune 500 companies. More retired influencers than student influencers. Yeah. Influencer income. Here we go. 38% of influencers surveyed have a household income of over $100K a year, a 2.5 times jump from the year prior. So something's wrong here. Something is wrong. There's no shot that all of a sudden there's a 150% increase in the amount of people earning over $100K in the current economy and the way that things are. There's no shot. And it's not a bad economy in the States anyways. The economy in the States, GDP just came out. It was an expectation beat, significant expectation beat, but that doesn't make any sense. They should have seen this statistic and removed it entirely from the overall report. That is way too much of an outlier to matter, to be accurate. Like, what did they fuck up here? Under 25K has been relatively stable. It's gone down ever so slightly, but again, that's juiced up here. 25 to 50K has gone down. 50 to 100K has gone down. 100 to 200K has skyrocketed, and over 200 has remained relatively the same. TikTok is changing the game. I mean, maybe, but this doesn't check for me. Like, if this was like 20%, then maybe I would be like, yeah, okay, that makes sense, because this is down 12, this is down 9, this is down 1, this is down 1, but that one's kind of that's a little unbelievable to me. The rise of video content. Which of the following content types do you create and post to social media? Influencers, general social media users, so the dark purple, is it? Is this purple? Dark blue? I'm not sure. Colorblind, so it is what it is, but this is definitely like a light blue or teal maybe. Short videos. Instagram Reels, TikTok videos, YouTube Shorts. 56% of influencers, 50% of general social media users. Live videos. Hey, we actually got mentioned. Holy shit. 48.5% versus 19.5%. Twitch, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Hey, Paul. How are you, Paul? Influencers are finding more sugar daddy's mommy since it's a household income. I'm gonna have to start. I have to start sucking up to Nair. But like, Nair, I need more. I need to clean my entire apartment. Please make me spill water on my apartment. Wow. I'll go to the hood. Hell yeah, Paul. Wow. 2.5 times. Yeah, I mean, live video. As I've said many times, live video is a lot harder to create than any. But again, why is this number so dramatic? Than it is to create any kind of other video. Long form video requires editing skills. This you can kind of just shoot and post. You don't actually have to do much, and that's kind of the beauty of TikTok. Whereas live video, there's no live editing. There's no direct involvement there. And if you actually want to grow an audience on that, you got to have some level of engaging personality to be able to pull it off. Because most people just don't want to do that. It just is a kind of a, live video in and of itself is there's a fruit fly. Damn it. I lost it. Oh, live is the only way, but also now I'm a YouTube certified Ford mechanic. Hell yeah. I mean, hey, that's the beauty of YouTube. What the fuck do they mean by influencers in this really, though? Clipping available? Clipping available? Clipping available. What do you mean by that, Grandpa Yuri? But yeah, anyways, live video is a difficult thing to pull off in terms of actually growing an audience and building an audience around. This number I'm surprised is not, well, maybe I'm not surprised. Maybe I'm surprised that this number is so close when this number is equally far away. I don't know. The rise of video content. Which of the following content types do you create and post on social media? Short video has increased from 52% in 2021 to 56% in 2023. Live video has increased from 43 to 48. Now, trends would dictate this is false. This is not true. The only actual platforms that are growing in America right now, to my knowledge, in live streaming are... Well, you're not going to enjoy me saying this, but Kick. Kick is the only one that has seen growth from where it was last year. So I don't know that this is inherently... again, it's another one of these things that I'm questioning whether or not it's true. growth. Yeah, you're right, say Sarah. But yeah. And then long form video, 33.9 versus 43.8. So again, some of these, I'm not sure that I fully believe this. I would figure that this would be a lot more stable. This one, feel like it would probably decline slightly if you're actually looking at the real stats on it. This one definitely makes sense to me. I think that people who want to create short form content, it's continuing to be easier and easier to do. Yeah, I got a little bit of a question here, but can't again. I can't fully question whether or not it's true or not. They just may have, again, they may have just gotten a very strange group of content creators for some reason. How to get a clip to highlight the beauty of live video and ADHD streaming? Oh no. Like an influencer on Instagram or YouTube, but expanded to going live, possibly Purple Blur. Yeah, it's still just it still feels off though. Still feels off. It would have been good to include 2020 in these charts. Yeah, so I don't think they started doing it until 2021. So that's why they only include the 2020. 41% of social media users personally know someone. Example: a friend, family, coworker who makes money as a social media influencer. Okay. In 2021, that was 33%. In 2022, it was 32%. And in 2023, 41%. Double counting. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube now. Stop it, Ghost. Don't call me out. So yeah, all right. Interesting. An interesting report overall. Some questions there. I do like the charts, though. They did a great job with the charts in terms of like the color choices and stuff. It made it easy to look at. But this one really messes me up. This one really makes me go, how like, maybe you should have redone this question with a different group or something. I'm not sure. Because that's such a dramatic jump. I just don't see it being real. But anyways, is what it is. Is what it is. If you guys want to access this, you can get it on Izea's website. They literally just released it. Acquired the Riemann agency today. Oh, okay. I don't know, man. I see no obvious outlier in that graph. Yeah. Hi, Zemdo. How are you? All right. All right. Let's move on. Let us move on by moving backwards in time. And speaking of video content, marketing money to social media is definitely growing. Marketing money to social media is definitely growing exponentially. Yeah, it is, but it's not evenly being distributed in terms of where it's actually going. The places like TikTok are continuing to get more and more investment from marketing agencies, from brands wanting to blow up themselves in terms of growth, not anything nefarious. And YouTube Shorts, like obviously those platforms, VOD-based content, still continuing to get significant investment from brands as they spend more and more money on these places. Twitch, not so much. Live streaming on YouTube, not so much. Instagram live streaming, not so much. Kick live streaming, definitely not. It's just it remains way too speculative a space for brands to currently feel comfortable in terms of deploying budgets in a speculative industry where there's not inherently the guarantee of, oh, I know exactly who I'm targeting and who's going to see it and how it's going to actually impact things. We were looking at a report recently of a big advertiser. Wait, did I share that publicly? I might have just posted it in our the premium Discord. But effectively, if you take a look at the click-through rate on Twitch, it was a magnitude lower than what it is on YouTube and on TikTok, and that was a magnitude lower than what it is on YouTube. So just in terms of the overall targeting of those kind of ads, it's really, really hard to do on Twitch in its current form. And so when you are spending that kind of money, you're just not going to inherently get the same level of engagement on the right people that you otherwise would on other platforms. So it is one of those difficult parts here. Anyways, let's watch this video. It's a French video. La fin de Twitch. This is a streamer named Basti sans MS. My personal income is low, but my household income is high with my husband's job. That makes sense, Sunbury. I mean, where is it? Yeah, I mean, I guess the argument... Are all of these people married and everybody else is single? Like, there's just something so out of pocket on this one in terms of where it should be. It's such a dramatic outlier that I don't even know that would even fully account for it. See you later, Lamp. Have a fantastic evening. Appreciate you, Lamp. Check the video on YouTube. They have a few La Fenda type videos. Ah, okay. All right. Well, we are going to watch this.
$5 a month.
With captions.
Oh, whoa.
Baby Bat. Hi, Baby Bat. Baby Bat, thank you very much for your Prime sub for 65 months. How you doing, Baby Bat? Baby Bat, have you been streaming a lot lately? Auto translate to English. IPS Witch. Hey, Bat, how are you? The alerts are out of date. I know. And it's even worse now because Prime is... I have to get Baby Bat saying a predefined set amount that's likely decreasing year over year Prime sub this month. Because that would be the technically accurate thing to say. Baby Bat has been on a crude oil fueled late night rampage. A crude oil fueled late night rampage. Baby Bat, when did you become a Somali pirate? Crude oil? What are you doing with crude oil? I've been streaming very late recently. She drinks crude oil. Burning that late night oil. Obviously. All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, good for you, Baby Bat. Baby Bat, you're picking like an ideal time to stream in that you pick exactly the time when I'm sleeping and then you no longer stream when I wake up. Because you're not on when I wake up. I'll go, I wonder if Baby Bat's streaming. Sometimes you are, but not recently. Left hand to Twitch. Let's watch this video. And we'll see how it goes.
Si vous aimez les stats, je me suis
If you like the stats,
posé une question justement hier. Est-ce qu'il y a moins de viewers?
I asked a question myself yesterday. Open space de vendredi matin. Venez dire bonjour, lien dans ma bio. Moins de viewers sur Twitch on 2024. Ah, okay. So that means less viewers on Twitch in 2024. Lena Situations. Review some. Oh, do you want me to review this website? Nouveau site d'agence de Squeezie. Squeezie is a streamer. They have a agency, I guess. Publier un site avec Notion. So that's publish a website with Notion. Design pour mi-code. I have no idea what that is. And you may be about to re-record the different prices that now exist for subs in each of the separate countries. True. Ideal starting time is like 7 or 8 p.m. PST, but I have been slacking. That's me with Jess lately. Fair enough, Paul. I understand.
Sur Twitch en 2024 ou est-ce que ça continue d'augmenter, etc., etc. Du coup, je suis allé sur le site twitchtracker.com/statistiques et il y a plein de statistiques intéressantes et je voulais les regarder avec vous. Et notamment, du coup...
Okay, so far these captions are actually pretty accurate. Actually pretty good. Squeezy is a massive French streamer. The one that organized the F4 races? Right. How can we sleep while our bends are... Oh, God damn it, Mike. Now you're definitely showing your age there. Good song though. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so he's talking about whether or not viewership on Twitch is going down or not, and he's pulling up the site here, Twitch Tracker. Does he pull up? I don't see it. Sully Gnome here. But anyways, he's pulled up Twitch tracker and the overall stats.
Du coup, ça, c'est l'overview global des stats Twitch. Donc,
Okay.
en vert, c'est l'average viewer global. Voilà, donc on voit
It's the global viewership, yeah.
qu'avec le confinement en 2020, ça a augmenté assez fortement. Et on voit en
Yep, saying that it grows dramatically in 2020 because of, obviously, the pandemic.
En marron ici, le maximum viewer. Donc ça, c'est juste des pics. Ça se voit pas trop sur ce graphique. Mais moi, j'avais l'impression que là, ces derniers mois, le nombre de vues sur Twitch, globalement, pas seulement sur... Enfin, pas sur... Là, je parle pas de mon stream, je parle de Twitch. Quand je regarde tous mes streamers, je trouve qu'il y a moins de gens. Et du coup, si on regarde ici, c'est intéressant, c'est le ratio. Et ça, j'aime bien le ratio. Le ratio...
Okay, interesting. French Bussey hits different, true. He's talking about, he's basically saying here, the number that you see above, and here, I'll just pull up Twitch tracker. Guy looks like Hassan's cousin. If you compare, here, I'll do that, yeah. I'll pull those up. 23 and 2024. Hours watched, this is in 2023, 92 million. 96 million in 2024. So that's actually up. Average viewers is up. Peak viewership is up. Streams are up. Average channels are up. Game streams are up. The viewer ratio is up. But what he was actually looking at here is he was saying that these brown dots, are they brown? I don't know. That's the peak. That's the overall peak for the month. Whatever stream or however many the overall viewership of Twitch was at the peak, that's what it was, the highest point. So January 2021, 2.9 million. This is eBuy's stream in 2022, hitting the overall website was 6.6. Did I say 2.9? 6.5. There's his stream in July 2023, 6.1. And then here's the most recent one that just occurred. I was checking if the drop in stats in global Twitch was only Twitch Korea, and from what I've seen, there's about 205 less overall, and Korea represents about 150 of those. So most of the drop seems to be from South Korea, yeah. But anyways, he does look down here at this chart, which is the overall viewership range. And so you have your overall, ratio. So you have in this case, the full green line, I think it is. That's the total number of viewers that are the average viewership of Twitch. And that represents that kind of that overall line there. The blue line underneath is the number of streams that are on average live at any given time. And so when the amount of viewers is higher than the amount of streams, then that is good for those streams because it means that there's more people watching than there are streams to serve. And so that is to the benefit of anybody who is live. You just have more potential access to audiences. And so when you divide those two, you get something that is basically the streamer ratio, which has been a thing on Sully Gnome for a long time. The viewer ratio. It's something that I always like to look at. It's not the most important overall, but it is an interesting thing to know. And typically, when the number is high, when the ratio is high, that means that it's a very, very good thing for creators. Because it means that, so this data going back to November 2012, which appears to be the overall peak of when Twitch was actually at its highest, for every single person who was live, there was about 50 people able to watch those streams on average across the entire platform. There was 2,200 streams live at any given time during November, and there was 110,000 people watching those streams. And we know that from the people who are popular today, Soda Poppin', Forsen, etc. Tyler won. Pokimane, a lot of people started earlier on in their career, and so when you did have a lot more potential access to audiences, that did give you a kind of a hand up compared to now. Whereas now, we're currently sitting at a viewer ratio of 24.2, so less than half of what it was at its overall peak. And this was kind of an interesting trend that was particularly fascinating going into the pandemic, in that Twitch overall kind of plateaued. You can see that kind of here in 2019. There was this kind of period, and this is when I started to really pay attention. I started streaming right around here, and I'd been active in the Twitch community till around this time. And you saw that the overall, this is average viewership, had basically plateaued. It was kind of like not going up, and it was trending down a little bit, but not too badly. But overall, if you take a look at the overall history, it had typically always just generally gone up. And so this 29 period was really fascinating. Using blue and green for the lines was a bad idea. Yeah, you're probably right. Hi, Will. How are you? And so at that time, you can kind of take a look and say, okay, well, the overall viewership is kind of flat, but the amount of people streaming is increasing. And so your overall number of viewers, or the streamer ratio, hit a low point of 22.9. And I remember distinctly talking about that, being like, oh yeah, the holiday bump, which causes a lot of people to start streaming. This happens every single year, if you're not aware. Usually at the start of the year, right there, you can see January, big jump in the amount of people who streamed. A year later, there's January, a big jump in the number of people who streamed, 104,000. This was 119,000. Right here, there's our January. And you can see these kind of the valley and then a jump. It happens every single year. Santa Claus rally, just people get new equipment, people get the motivation to finally do it, and so a lot more people start streaming. And so when you see this, that this viewership ratio was going down, I was like, ooh, that's not inherently good for streamers, because you kind of want that to be balanced. You kind of want that to be flat. The ideal is that if this number is going down, it means that there's more people streaming, but there's not new viewers necessarily coming in. And you would the ideal is that they kind of run in parallel to each other so that these end up being flat. You don't want it to go down. It just makes competition harder and harder. It's what you would probably define it as saturation. There's too many streams and not enough viewers. It's overly saturated. It's difficult to get ahead. So the fascinating part here is that if we go to March, the number, so again, it kind of trended back up after that initial Q1 bump, trended back upwards, and that was good. But then the pandemic ultimately led to this mass influx of new streamers, as is shown here. You can see significant increase in the amount of streamers, but not necessarily the same number of viewers to match. And so you had a brand new historic low at 22.1. And so what I would point to in terms of the current trend stopped, and this, again, a lot of things felt like 2023 was finally starting to be a decent year for Twitch in terms of after having this kind of decline. Had this decline from 2021, which was its best. Had this general decline. Most of 2023 was flat. Did not necessarily go down as much as the previous years, and the overall viewership ratio started trending down, but ultimately that was probably more streamers who were anyways. So you get into this weird situation of, hey, this is good in terms of the viewership ratio going up, but now it's been trending down again. So despite the fact that 2023 looked good in terms of the viewership remaining flat, the overall impact was that, in fact, we have seen the viewership ratio drop. Am I making sense? I don't know if I am or not, but I hope I am. And basically, the TLDR here is that things are getting more competitive again. It is getting to a point where there are more streams live than there are people watching. And the lower this ratio goes, the harder it is to break in. The harder it is to find an audience. The harder it is to find community. You want this number to be flat or increasing generally, because it means more people are watching Twitch compared to the number of people who are creating content on Twitch. So that's the kind of the catch up here in terms of what he's about to talk about as it relates to this.
C'est nombre de viewers pour nombre de streamers. Ce qui est intéressant.
And I think he's basically going to explain the same thing here.
Il y avait, on va dire, un nombre de viewers super aux streamers et à des moments où le ratio était très faible. Genre en 2019, c'était très bon de streamer.
Yeah, so he's literally describing exactly what I just went through. Does that have any effect on Twitch's bottom line? Yes, it does. It does actually. So the viewer ratio does have an impact on Twitch's bottom line. Not like a one-to-one thing, but if you have, as a platform, more people streaming, that costs more money to operate because you're sending out more video feeds, you're serving content. Again, it only depends on who is actually consuming that content, on whether or not that actually counts in terms of the transmission of it, but it is being made available. There is VODs being created. There is the overall usage of the platform. Like there is some costs that are associated with that for all the people who stream to literally nobody. For all of these people over the last 365 days. Oh, I'm just in the French category. I was like, why is it so low? 18, 19, 20 million people who stream to under 5 people. There's still a cost associated with that. They have, for the most part, probably have no subs. They have no ads because they're not probably not at the point of, well, we know for 18 million of them, they're not at the point of hitting affiliate. They're not at the point of hitting partner. And so there is no monetization on 18 million channels in the 0 to 5 range. There's another 78,000 who have 6 to 10 that have no monetization, another 52,000 from 11 to 25 that have no monetization. And all of those things cost money. So, yeah, it does have a direct impact in terms of the cost, but not so much a direct impact in terms of the overall viewership ratio being like, oh, that's our key indicator of, ooh, that's not necessarily good. Hi, Owen. How are you? Hi, Sully. Oh, wait, I mean Zach. I wonder if those numbers include streams marked as reruns. I don't know, Will. That's a good question. That is why Twitch wants the same number of viewers to all only watch the same 30 streams, hence no discoverability. Well, Anrio, you're not totally wrong about that. You're not totally wrong about that. Don't be a stream, need 200 CCV to break even. Does a streamer need 200 CCV to break even? No. So Johan, actually, I don't know if I should show this chart, but most channels, in terms of the technical cost, actually break even in terms of like ads they run compared if they run 3 minutes of ads, or based upon their sub counts, because most smaller creators have higher sub counts. You actually break even in like the 10 to 20 range. That actually is a point in which you are not a cost in terms of serving your video to Twitch. There can be additional costs related to your account, but that is typically the 10 to 30 range is when you actually, and again, it's not true for everybody, but that's when, you know, if you get 3 subs to your channel, that means, and they're paying American prices, that's like $10. That's probably what it costs to operate your stream for those 10 viewers for 50 hours a month. Again, it depends on what you're actually, how many hours you're streaming, how many people are watching, ads, where you are in the world. There's a lot of different factors there, so I'm generalizing a little bit, but they also have a kind of a generalized data set that suggests that, yeah, at a tens of viewer range as an affiliate, you end up being profitable. It's actually interesting because on the higher end, once you get into the top creators, they actually typically lose money in terms of the technical cost, but they make that up in terms of getting them to run more ads. And so it's one of the reasons why, well, I'm not going to say that part. But yeah, they actually, in terms of the overall technical cost, they actually lose money because they don't get as many subs in terms of the overall ratio. So like somebody like Hassan, I mean, Hassan's maybe not a great example because he does promote it, but we'll just use him in any, actually, let's use XQC. In terms of XQC's overall, subscriber count, there's a lot less reason to subscribe to his channel than there would be for a smaller creator. So we've talked about this a few times in terms of being a smaller creator, you're going to make the vast majority of your money from fan funding, whereas the bigger you get, you make more money from advertising and from brand partnerships as a percentage of your overall income. That ends up holding kind of true for Twitch's costs, is that, hey, if you're making more money from partnerships and stuff, you're going to be pushing less for subs and bits and such. And we've always kind of remarked that it's interesting to see like some top creators just don't earn a lot of money in terms of Twitch's actual monetization tools. So like, I'm just going to click on a bunch of randoms here. And by randoms, I mean just people who are, there's no point in who I'm clicking on in this case. And let me just go take a look, because here's what I'm interested in. Again, it's not a full picture. It's not a full picture, but if we can see the leaderboard here, yeah, perfect. So like weekly top gifters. Oh, you can't see shit. Weekly top gifters. 5 gets you into that top list. Bits, only 5 people have given bits this week to one of the top streamers. Summit 1G. Literally top, well, that's not right. Anyways. Let's continue here. But he's a top creator, generally speaking. Ilowan, let's take a look at their top leaderboard here. Do they have one? Yes. Monthly. Top 10, 5 gifted subs gets you there. Cheers. No one over 600. And the lowest one is 300. Click on this one. Again, this is just for illustrative purposes to kind of show there's obvious reasons why that can be in terms of location. This is all-time gifter leaderboards. This isn't a very good, but wow, look at that. All-time. And 8,000 gets you into the all-time leaderboard. Kamedo. Let's take a look here. Monthly top, okay. No bits? Wait, this channel doesn't have bits? No bits leaderboard? What? Why? Strange. Okay. Nobody gave bits this month. Maybe. Top 10, 400. For a 10K viewer, 1,000 is the minimum. XQC. Oh, he pushes bits, mostly merch. Yeah, but I'm saying why isn't it on his list? There's like, look at this. Weekly. How many hours is XQC streamed this week? Last 7 days. 20 hours of stream. And his weekly gifter leaderboard is 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Like, if you give 2 subs, you're on his leaderboard from the week. Top cheers. Okay, there's one high amount here. God damn you, fly. I thought I got him. Hi, Slashy. Yours is more than that. If you included Nair's 50 hidden. I'm going to knock over my cup of water, aren't I? Oh, did I get him? I didn't get him. Fuck. All right. Kingsley won't have anything. Gronk is a German streamer. Hi, Angelus. Okay, so that's decent. That's a decent count. Bits is okay. All right. George C. Okay. 1 gifted sub gets you onto their weekly top. Jesus Christ. I'll take a leaderboard spot. Sure. Why not? Why not? In the top creators channel, I'll take an ad. I'll take a little cheapy ad there. Why not? clicks. This one's got to be decent. Surely it's got to be decent. Okay, it's all time. Impressive number of all time. Yeah. All right. Hi, Coco. How are you? Welcome. Hi, I made it. Welcome in. Nice to have you here. S-Fan. 30K followers, 1 bit for a top spot. Yeah. It's like, that's the stuff that I find fascinating about being a top creator, is that it's not fascinating in the sense of shocking, but fascinating in the sense of like, it's so interesting how the nature of how people make money on Twitch changes away from like that community interaction stuff. All right. His isn't bad. Not so bad for a top creator. XQC already looked at. So that's kind of the interest. Check Nimune. She's doing a subathon and push. Oh, is she? Take a look. Nimune. 5K watching. Yeah. You can't see it. I'll fix it. Oops. There you go. Yeah. I think this is the first stream I've ever been able to catch, and but I'm going out soon. I'll be watching. Well, I appreciate it, Coco. I really do appreciate you coming by. Thank you. What is this? This is like someone like Dr. Disrespect would watch before he's about to get banned. I changed the wipes to all time if you want to see what 100 CCV stream is like. Sure. Yeah, we'll take a look. You're a different case, though, Johan. I think you're running a cult. I think you guys have a cult operating. Yeah. That's crazy numbers for 100 CCV. That's impressive, too. That's very impressive. Hashtag cult, yeah. I've watched people play this. It's called Dress to Impress. They give a theme and you choose a look. Oh, I see. Oh, you guys can't see? Sorry. There you go. I always forget about that. I got to fix that. That's gifters, and that's cheers. Yeah. Yeah, that's a cult. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's impressive. It is impressive. Anyways, so that's kind of the interesting thing about the changing nature of people's support, is that over time, you go from smaller creators who typically earn a lot more from communities, from people who are willing to support through bits and interactions like Tangia and Blurp and so on, to a point where that money is somewhat inconsequential or perhaps even interruptive to the overall experience. And so people don't necessarily use it as much, and they make more money from working with sponsors directly. Have you ever talked about the Twitch mirror sites like Pico Live? I haven't really, no. We do have a not a cult command. Do you actually, Johan? Do you actually? Running a cult is bad. Don't do that. Oh boy. Anyways, so yes, the overall numbers here are interesting in terms of when you think about top creators. Everybody thinks that every single top creator is like a bit. Actually, here, let me just grab the chart. I'm just going to show the chart, I think. It's a couple years out of date now. Like, it's from when Dan Clancy first took over, and I've kind of drawn it on stream in the past, but I'll just show you. If I can find it. I may have lost it. I have a lot of... God damn, I have so many things here. Surely I've gone too far at this point. Where the hell is it? Ah, found it. Here we go. Yeah, fucking fly. Sorry. We've got through an entire article earlier. I know, it's shocking. Do. Whoops. What have I done? Okay, here. Whoops. Why is everything working? Work, son of a bitch. Work. There you go. So this is how Twitch earns money. Remaining revenue. So this is Twitch's overall, and again, this is a little bit out of date. This is revenue per kilohour watched. So 1,000 hours watched. And you can see that these are the places where they make the most money, or where they do make money after payment fees, ad costs, revenue share, content licensing costs, tech and other variable costs. So they make money on nearly every category of streamer except for top creators. Top creators, they do not earn money on. They are in the red, or I guess the black in this case. And this is how Twitch internally classifies the various content creators. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, and Tier 5. Yeah, so this group, you can see, is typically the most overall cost efficient for Twitch. They make the most money off of that group, and that number goes down the bigger that you get. How long have we taken to watch 57 seconds of a six... Stop it, chef. Why did that sound like someone was blowing a raspberry? I kind of did. Let's go chart. Hi, Finn. It all ends in tears. It all ends in tears, yeah. Are specific contracts included in the data for this? So again, this is a little bit old. It's a little bit out of date at this point. And it doesn't include, so that's like the technology side of things, keep in mind. So that's the technology side. There's still staff that you have to pay for. There's still building rent that you have to pay for. There's still, so it's not a full picture on their overall costs. But in terms of if they had no staff and they could just operate as an AI entity with just Dan Clancy running it and no staff doing anything, basically a ghost company of itself, then they would be profitable. They would instantly be profitable. But all the things like staff salaries and benefits and buildings and maintenance and insurance, all those things are on top of it. And so that's why overall most streamers themselves are profitable for Twitch. Twitch does make money. That is the small, very, very slight level of profit that they overall make per 1,000 hours watched. Just get rid of those costly staff easy? Well, I mean, it's why they did it in 2023 and again this year. And I hate to say it, but I would not be surprised to see further cuts in the future. I bet that's not the full picture, as the T5 streamers are our marketing platforms. Not a lot of news articles getting written about me, but Kai having Mr. Beast on stream sure likes his marketing for Twitch. For sure. Yeah, of course. If I mail a check to Twitch for a subscription to a streamer, would they honor it? Probably not. I would say probably not. Anyways, let's continue watching this. Let's try to get through this video.
Twitch est très bas parce qu'il y avait plus de streamers que de viewers. Donc plus le ratio est haut, plus vous avez
So again,
des
this is what we were
chances
talking
de
about way
trouver des viewers,
before
parce qu'il y a moins de
in terms of being the overall ratio of streamers to viewers.
streamers que de viewers. Et surtout ce qui
I'm going to slow it down slightly just so if you guys want to read, it's a little bit easier. Because even I'm having a little bit of like, oh God, you're speaking so fast.
Faut voir, c'est que la courbe ici de viewers, elle a beaucoup baissé là, de janvier à maintenant juillet. Et c'est surtout ça qui m'inquiétait.
He's talking about how in January, and this has been a weird thing with Twitch, I will say. There was, like, we saw this at the end of the year. It started to go up dramatically after being flat for most of the year. In November, things started to go up. And that's very unusual for Twitch. Twitch typically, Decembers are terrible. There's December. This is December. That's why you always have like that increasing bump where everything kind of looks like this. This is December, and then it goes up in January. But for whatever reason, last year, December was up. You didn't have that big dip that you had. Well, there wasn't really one there either. But like if you go back historically, there's typically a dip there. And so that's really kind of fascinating. I like how you look at streamers like stocks. Well, I mean, hey, sometimes you got to. Sometimes you got to. What heart has Zach Bussey conjured today? Hi, Alley Cat. How are you? Is this like the French language Zach Bussey? I think it's just a random. I think he's just a random. I don't think he's actually me.
Rajouter cette news, c'est que il y avait du coup beaucoup plus de viewers en janvier que là en juillet. Alors effectivement,
there was a lot more viewers than there were in January than there was in July. Yeah. Let me answer this phone call real quick. I am amazing. My interview process is going really great for a job I really want. Why did that get held? That was weird. Wait, why did that get held? This message got held by Automod briefly. Hello, lovely. Oh, maybe that is. Well, time to report her. Sexual harassment. Wow. Can we should we test it? I'm sorry. Should we test it? Alley Cat, do you want to be a test? If we can, we'll suspend you, or I'll delete your message and then test. I'm not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. I don't want you to get accidentally banned by the actual third-party staffers.
Dire les vacances, mais bon.
I'll just text Dan Fair.
En février, mars.
Well, and Slash, you just ruined it, so.
Avril, mai, juin, ça fait que descendre. Et donc je me dis, est-ce que c'est les gens qui se désintéressent du live ou est-ce que c'est les pubs?
So is this, he's saying, trying to figure out why this drop is happening. Is it people who are just no longer interested in live, or is it Kick? Hi, Lots of S. I'm away from home for 3 weeks. I can volunteer for a potential 2-week suspension if needed. Hell yeah, Lots of S. Hey, Lots of S, random question for you. Were you ever a Twitch staffer? I don't know why I'm asking this now, and don't feel like you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But just a question. You can also message me privately if you don't want to say it publicly. I was not. Okay. All right. There was something that I saw recently. I was like, oh, I know Lots of S. I've seen him in my chat. But okay. NDA. Well, there you go. NDA doesn't protect you from a lot of things that you can say.
Kick. Kick, mais c'est pas...
No, he does say kick, say Sarah. He does say kick. Kick. There's no other way to interpret that. What we're talking about. So this is just, he says kick after you pause. Oh, okay, right. Fair. But this is basically somebody who's asking if Twitch is over. French creator who's saying, is Twitch over? We're seeing this dramatic drop off in overall viewership and streamers. Why is that? And so now he's theorizing, is it Kick or is it ads? He's not sure.
Kick. Bah, les autres années, regardez, c'est pas comme ça. Hein. Les autres années, c'est
if you look at years past, it's not really like that.
À part,
it's pretty stable.
Certains moments, mais moi je me dis c'est les pubs parce qu'en fait.
So pub is ads, by the way. He's saying it's the ads that are a problem on Twitch right now.
Twitch, ils ont
Then he reads chat and someone says kick and he laughs. Yes.
Agressivement augmenté.
Twitch has aggressively increased the way they send the ads.
Pubs, en vrai. Yep. En tout cas, je vous le dis, moi j'ai retiré les pubs de ma chaîne il y a quelques semaines là.
Okay, so he removed all of the ads. So he was running ads on his stream on a regular schedule, but a few weeks ago he did stop them, and so I guess he has pre-rolls on now. French viewers are up. We saw it earlier. That is true, Ghost. That is true.
Mais je me dis que globalement, l'expérience de visionnage sur Twitch, elle a été dégradée par ça. Et plus le multistream, en effet. Le multistream qui fait que quand, par exemple, Hardisk stream, comme moi j'ai YouTube Premium, alors que je suis un grand fervent de Twitch, je vais peut-être le mettre sur mon YouTube Premium parce que je vais le mettre sur mon iPhone dans ma poche pour pas avoir de pub, quoi. Vous avez vu comment ça...
Okay. I turned off my ad schedule for today's stream. So he is basically saying that for him, because multi-streaming is now available, side note, hello to YouTube chat. Anybody live over there? Who's the last person to type? Heartland Newsfeed. Oh, hi, Heartland. How are you? Quote of the day. Because there is the ability to now watch streams, or people are multi-streaming to other platforms, you may inherently watch on YouTube, but you might type in a Twitch chat. So people are kind of balancing out the two now that they have options, which is completely viable. By the way, I think I actually run more ads on my YouTube channel. I think I have them now set that they run every hour on YouTube. So I've actually made the experience worse there for people who are watching. To try to get you to watch on Twitch. But yeah, yes, I was just about to say that, Alicat, is that the other thing is that if you're watching on, if you're a lurker and you just watch the content and you're able to watch it on a platform that you have YouTube Premium on for other reasons, or for the VOD content that you watch there, maybe it's something that people are willing to just watch on YouTube and they don't actually have to watch the chat alongside. Maybe that's not something that is a selling point. I think I would disagree with that. I think that YouTube chat is a very important part of watching a Twitch stream, but imagine watching a live video on YouTube. You're pushing a rant to YouTube at 4K? I am not. I'm not doing that. Too many factors to say, but didn't notice a positive impact on my viewership today. Yeah. In any case, for me, I mean, when I look at Twitch's stats, I just go, there is a concerning trend in terms of it continuing to drop. This is from peak 26,000 average viewers to where we are now, down to 22,000. That is a 400,000 viewer drop. Pretty significant drop off. And you can see it here as well in terms of the partner steps. It's literally stepping down. We're back at numbers that we haven't seen since, I mean, technically before November 2021. 36,916. Yeah, this number is higher than that. So we're going back to early 2021 here. Over half the drop is SK though. Right, but what's the other half? That's the question, right? Is that for a platform that hasn't changed dramatically in the last year, that was showing signs of leveling out, why is it now losing viewership again? What has happened this year? Because it's not, again, as you said, a reasonable percentage of it is Korea, but where's the rest of it? Other factors, cleavage. Why do you put cleavage first, Slashy? New game event, returning to a different game category I haven't played in a while. Very long queue in game. My own gameplay is different. Bit of a chaotic stream in general. I still have my my warning in your chat active. So, not accepting it. I refuse to accept this warning. I refuse. Anyways, let's go back to it.
Ça descend de janvier, boum boum boum, voilà, à aujourd'hui, quoi. Donc voilà, c'était ça, cette petite discussion. Et on peut regarder aussi dans l'onglet Viewers. Du coup, là, on a les flux tous les jours. On a aussi, Oupinez, des stats.
A lot of streamers are pushing kick hard, 5-minute streams on Twitch, saying they're going kick for the rest. You know, I noticed that from some people. it's not surprising. Like, I mean, it's a very smart thing to do. If I was ever to want to stream on a different platform exclusively, like if I was like, hey, I'm going to go stream on YouTube, I would definitely probably start streaming on Twitch and then say, hey, we're going over to YouTube now. And I know a lot of people do that to serious success. BB Jess is a good example of that. She'll stream on Twitch for an hour and a half, and then have a second stream on Kick afterwards. But I don't see that being a significant drop-off in terms of the overall viewership. And especially when you consider that Kick itself still only has a fraction of the actual general viewership of all streams. Streams Charts, Kick. Like, while they are growing, do they have the larger chart here? Yeah. While they are growing, what is going on here? While they are growing overall, you can see this kind of lower line of the average going from 8,400 to 123,000 to 188 to 268 to 268. It's still not enough. I mean, you might be able to say that that's the entire loss of what Twitch has. Or you can't even do that. At most, you can say that they're responsible for 80K of that, at most. So, I don't know. Are Kick growing, or is it now 1.8? Yeah, so that's the other question, right? Is that nobody actually believes that there's this many people who are watching Kick. There's probably half as many as this currently says, but there's no reason for Kick to want to show that actual number. And for other platforms such as Streams Charts, you're just going to go at the surface level. Does the same format of streaming on Twitch and going on Kick? Grim does? Okay. If I owned a platform, why would I not inflate numbers? Oh, exactly, Johan. Absolutely. 100%. That's exactly it, is that there's no downside for a platform to be like, yeah, we're going to make ourselves look smaller with more legitimate numbers. No reason for it.
Sur un graphe un peu plus zoomé, où on peut voir, donc là c'est juste que à chaque année...
Yeah, this guy's doing basically what I do all the time in terms of looking at the overall general trends of this platform and seeing what's actually happening. And so, yeah.
On peut voir qu'en jaune ici, c'était
2021, it's very, very high. That's when we hit our overall peak in April, 3.1 million average viewership. In 2024, it started at 2.64 million, and it has been going down ever since to a point where it is now, which is just around 2.1, and now it's below the 2020 numbers. Hi, Kelky. How have you been? Long time no see. Kelky, that's a name I recognize from the Overwatch days. God damn.
Parce que du coup, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17,
and then showing
18,
obviously
plus ou moins dans l'ordre. Et après,
the numbers
2020,
before the pandemic.
Et là, 2024.
So again, my general sentiment with these overall decline is that it's probably, as we've talked about in the past, it's probably going back to the historic average. And that means that if it is going back to the historic average, there's more downside ahead. I'm just randomly putting in a line here to try to pull out, because that's the line of best fit overall, but that's the historic average, which means there may still be some level of decline. You guys can't even see it because it's blocked there. There may still be some level of decline here to come. If we go below that historical average, that's when there is a concern, because this is a platform that ultimately was growing based upon its own hype, generally people finding their way into the live streaming space. If it goes below that, that's concerning. That means that the entire pandemic growth and exposure was lost. All of it. That's not good. That's not good.
En train de retomber.
Like, we're just ignoring the French guy now? Yeah, well, I'm basically just repeating what he's saying. I can look at his chart and know exactly what he's going to be saying.
2020. Donc là, on est en train de
October, it'll go up again, we hope.
Joueur global sur la plateforme qui est sous les stats. Ça commence à plonger sous les stats de 2020. Bon, 2020,
yeah, so he's saying that the 2024 numbers are going below 2020.
la grande époque, mais on retombe en
beginning
dessous,
of the
Regardez, 2022.
pandemic.
Alors la jaune c'est 2021, on le voit pas, mais c'est 2021.
That's
Et
2021, that's
qui
2022,
recroule
yeah.
sous les 4 dernières années. Twitch va mal. Bah c'est la question que je me posais. Voilà. C'est marrant, c'est pas trop pourquoi. Bah moi je
We
sais
don't know
pourquoi.
why.
Multi-stream et publicité. Manque
Okay, so he's saying that the reason why this is dropping is multi-streaming and ads. Don't know that I fully... I do think that ads are making things worse, and I think that absolutely that is the case for why things have gone from here. Overall viewers. Why these numbers have dropped so dramatically. Again, a significant portion of that is absolutely based on pandemic return to normal, right? It's a bubble that grew very, very fast, and then it popped. But I definitely think that there's a significant impact on this in terms of the increase in ads and the way in which ads have kind of dominated content, which is why 2023 felt like it was, hey, maybe we found a like, look how flat this is in terms of the overall viewership. Maybe we'd found the baseline and then growing by the end of the year. So, yeah, 2023, I don't know. Or sorry, 2024, I don't know. Would you just pay a star to stream exclusively like Kevin Hart or something? That never works. They've done that many times. They did that with a whole bunch of different streamers over the years. And it never works. They never stick around once the money stops flowing. Sex starts a video, then talks for 20 minutes and says any good points the person in the video might eventually say once he unpauses, this is the way. God damn it. Christ.
dynamisme de la plateforme aussi, c'est vrai.
I'm talking actual stars. So they have done that over the years. They've paid a whole bunch of different people to actually stream on the platform. They just never stick around. Even as recently as like a year and a half ago, they paid that artist to sing Christmas carols and use guest star. What was her name? Not Lana Del Rey. Zara Larson. Yeah, Zara Larson. Yeah. T-Pain. Madison Beer, who just recently did a stream completely randomly. I actually had Logic, yeah, Logic, they paid a bunch of money too. That didn't pan out. The guy took the money and ran. He barely streamed at all. Celebs, Twitch streamers. Where's the one that I wrote that then they rewrote it themselves? They just took all of my work. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy took all the work that I did to put this together on my previous channel, Creator Hype. But yeah, there's they've had a lot of celebrity streamers over the years. Alex Caruso, J.R. Smith, Rudy Gobert, Mr. Pandemic himself. Yeah, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. Anyways. Most of the celebs are paid, yeah. Almost all of them, yeah.
Moins devant des streams qui sont contenus longs. Moi, je
in front of streamers which are long content.
Je sais pas, c'est un sujet complexe. Moi, il y aura
complex
des
subject
gens,
for me.
il y aura de pubs.
The people that will so the ads will go lower. There'll be more ads.
Voilà. Et dernière petite stat qui n'a rien à voir. Je voulais montrer.
Another random stat that has nothing to do with it. Disclosure streams were fun.
Language. Et là, c'est une stat intéressante au niveau des langues. Bon, là, on va se mettre sur le français.
So he's looking at language stats here.
Français, bien sûr. Regardez, vous avez les ratios. Et ça, c'est très rigolo. Si vous désirez de vous lancer dans le stream et que vous cherchez le moment où il y a le moins de streamers pour le plus de viewers, vous pouvez regarder les ratios. Et donc, actuellement, le ratio est de 26. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a 26 viewers.
So he's basically saying this is the by hour. Oh, okay. He's describing, and you can read it. It's right there in front of you. He's saying Sparty does get some of them, but not all of them. Saying that you can kind of see when the best time to potentially stream is when the viewership, the number of viewers goes up in ratio, whereas the number of streams is down. Zach, you speak français? Oui, je parle français. Un peu, un peu. Je ne suis pas très bon, mais un peu. I can understand.
Par stream. Donc, il y a 2000...
Yeah, Twitch. Yeah, I'm not great, Sarah. Shut up. They do. They have the research tab that tells you the best time to stream. The inherent problem with it is that I don't necessarily know if it's a very helpful. I wouldn't look at this and choose when to stream based upon this data, to be very honest with you. I don't think that it's necessarily a helpful one, because it can be something like XQC goes offline, and then what happens to all those viewers? Well, maybe they'll go and watch somebody else. Maybe, but maybe not. I just don't look at it as a quality stat overall. The overall trend is interesting in terms of the viewer ratio. It is an interesting statistic, but in terms of whether or not you should make decisions on it, I would question whether or not that's the case. There's some general trends that are helpful. During workday is good because people watch while at work and they can't stream themselves. Yep, true. I mean, one of the reasons I chose a 5 to 7 o'clock time frame is because it felt like it was the best time to be live for people who might just want to listen, going home, listen on public transit or in their car as they're driving home from work. For Europe, it's a time where people are typically at home, roughly 9 to midnight. And then for the West Coast, it's in the afternoon. It's late afternoon for most of them. So my bus driver plays the stream on radio. I appreciate that from him. If you're a small streamer, the general trends and stats aren't necessarily going to apply to you. Yeah.
2700 streamers.
So Howard is successful and used to be at 6 a.m. to 11. People going to work, for sure. Morning traffic, morning radio. Best time for it.
73 000 viewers sur la plateforme. Donc, en moyenne, je peux me dire que je peux avoir 26 viewers.
So he's saying there's 73,000 people who are watching Twitch right now. So for him right now, in this moment, he should be able to have access to 27 of them if the average plays out.
Un petit streamer ou un streamer débutant et que vous voulez vous donner un objectif, si vous êtes à 20 viewers, c'est déjà excellent. C'est que vous êtes...
Yeah, he's saying if you're a small creator and want to set a good target for yourself, then 20 is a pretty good target. Yeah, that's excellent. That's an incredible target. If you can get to 7 or 8, you're cooking. You're doing great at that point. So 20 is insanely good. If you can just get out of that hell pit, the absolute hell pit of the 0 to 6 range, if you can get yourself out of this hellhole, because keep in mind, this is a logarithmic chart. So that's 1 million, goes up by a factor of 10, 1 million, 100,000, 10,000, 1,000, etc. If you can get yourself out of that and into the 6 to 10, you're dancing. You're already way ahead of everybody else.
Au-dessus de la masse, mais de fou, quoi. Donc 20 viewers.
What's the percentage of platform that is under 1 viewer? Like 96%, 97% is really, really high. If we look at the last year, there was on average 21 million total partners and affiliates and community streamers who went live over the last 365 days. And 20 million of those are 0 to roughly 20. 19.8 are 0 to 5. So whatever the math is on that one. 19.8 divided by 21. Whatever that is. I can't figure it out in my head.
Et du coup, plus le ratio est élevé, plus il y a de la demande. C'est-à-dire que là, à midi, il y a peu de streamers par rapport aux viewers. Voilà. Et pareil, ici, à 20h, il y a beaucoup de viewers. Et
lots of viewers and not many streamers.
Parce que à 20h, c'est un peu différent parce que les streams sont beaucoup phagocytés par les stars. Donc c'est un peu
saying that's a little bit different later in the night because most of the bigger streamers are streaming back then.
Plus dur de se lancer. Donc si vous voulez vous lancer dans le stream,
so if you want to start streaming, à midi, quand you may want to stream at noon. Noon seems to be the best time. Again, this is the average for the last 7 days. It's not a trend that I would necessarily think that you should take a look at, but But I would say that if you're just starting out or you're considering a new game, you can potentially look at the overall distribution of viewership and maybe make some informed decisions on that to be like, oh yeah, a lot of people are watching, or when a big streamer goes offline, potentially being live right after that. I know that that's a strategy that a lot of political commentators use. I've learned a lot about political commentators recently, that when Hassan is live, they're less likely to be live. And so they typically will go live early or after when he is live. You see the SEG Actor Strike news from today? Yeah, I retweeted it actually.
Les gens vont manger.
Yeah, this is noon in France, yeah.
1h du matin. Voilà, donc c'est assez intéressant, je trouve ça rigolo. Moi, j'aime bien cette stat, ça n'a rien à voir avec le sujet, mais voilà, c'est rigolo. Bref, voilà, donc Twitch est en train de dégringoler, ça chutaxe. Donc à voir. Ouais, ça suit un peu, regardez, c'est mes stats, ça suit un peu la tendance.
He's just looking at more stats and basically saying that, yeah, Twitch is on the decline. And it's not necessarily a good trend here. Hassan Refugees, welcome, yeah.
Que à cause de vous, mais aussi peut-être à cause de juste moins de viewers en France sur les streams, quoi. Je sais pas ce que vous pensez de mon live. À la fois, il se renouvelle pas, mais à la fois, il se renouvelle tout le temps parce qu'on a des nouvelles actus, on a des nouveaux clients et tout. Donc moi, je m'ennuie pas sur ma chaîne. Après.
Now he's just talking about his own stream and like. There's always news to talk about and yeah, not really anything
au niveau
exciting
de la consommation gaming, j'ai mes périodes quoi. Moi, je vais beaucoup écouter les just chatting. J'avoue, les jeux, je regarde pas. Je vais pas me connecter pour ça. Par contre, les just chatting des streamers que j'aime bien, tu vois. Le moment où ils racontent là un peu les news, leur vie et tout. Ça, c'est mon moment préféré. Et quand ils vont sur le jeu, on arrête quoi. Si on regarde pas un peu un streamer, prenons.
Yeah, so now he's just talking about his own stream and the kind of content that he likes to watch and yeah.
Voilà,
it's not really that as interesting.
Il fait du gaming, il chatte et il joue. Ça retombe, il chatte.
Oh, now yeah, okay. That's a very common chart pattern, by the way. People watch for chat kind of content, and then when you switch to a game, it drops off. That happens a lot. It's really interesting, actually.
Je pense que je suis pas le seul à consommer comme ça. Donc au niveau de Just
I'm not the only person to consume like that.
Pour moi, ça périt.
99.9% of all viewers are watching streams with 700 plus viewers. The vast majority of all unique channels with approximately 0 viewers ever. Yep. Ghostco, that's a great stat there. That's pretty accurate.
C'est parce qu'on s'est habitué à une grande qualité, effectivement, et on s'est habitué, donc c'est moins exceptionnel, quoi. Il y a trop de contenu et c'est chiant de suivre en hachuré.
There's too much content and it's boring to follow.
Moi, ce qui m'arrive souvent, c'est que j'ai des périodes. Moi, j'ai des périodes où j'ai envie de regarder Ponce et je regarde Ponce pendant 2-3 semaines. Après, j'ai envie de regarder Antoine Daniel, je regarde Antoine Daniel pendant 3 mois. En fait, j'ai des périodes par streamer, tu vois. Et c'est vrai que je vais pas consommer du Twitch jeux vidéo beaucoup. C'est vrai que maintenant...
So he doesn't watch a lot of video game content on Twitch, mostly just watches just chatting content.
Si on consomme beaucoup les clips sur des chaînes de clips TikTok ou YouTube, et du coup, je rigole souvent de ça, mais à 23h, t'as tous les clips de la team du lundi qui sont publiés, et c'est comme si t'y étais, t'as toutes.
It's a pain to follow, only bits and pieces, yeah.
Donc voilà.
Okay, fair.
Les top channels, Squeezie, Amine, Kameto, JL Tommy, Gotaga, il y a quand même le principaux de ces créateurs de contenu qui font du gaming hardcore, quoi. Et quand tu regardes dans les chaînes qui font le plus de vues, c'est Hop.
Oh, okay. I think he's saying here that the channels that actually that are most recognized and get the most viewership are not necessarily those creators. All of these ones instead are gaming creators for the most part. So he's saying the ones that end up having higher CCVs stream less, and they're not necessarily doing gaming as much as these guys are, but they're streaming a lot more, I think, is what he's saying here.
LOL et tout, Shoachin, c'est que du jeu, quoi. Il y a quand même...
I keep seeing more and more reruns, 24/7 streams that'll go randomly for 2 hours and then back to rerun and then don't make it obvious to rerun. Yeah, Tken, I've noticed that a lot as well. I think it's becoming the new norm on Twitch, is that people just run their streams 24/7. They run 8 hours or 16 or 20 hours of like heavy ad content. And then they come to their stream for 4 hours. They alert their Discord. and then they're actually live for that period of time, and then they go back into just rerun content, and nobody indicates it's a rerun. Some people will say it's I'm sleeping. Some will say watching a VOD, but a lot of the time I'm seeing that a lot, a lot, and it's exactly what we expected would be the case. It's exactly what we expected was going to happen when they anyways, yeah. With the change to the ad scheduler, and then making it so that everybody's making, or not making it so that everybody's, but everybody's making a lot less money. There's no significant downside to doing so, it seems. It's weird because some of the streamers I'm following stream on alt channels because they say streaming on their main channel is messing up their metrics for sponsorship content. Yeah, that's also the case, Zanzibar, for sure. There's certainly channels that are doing that too. It's actually kind of funny. I'm literally right now streaming on an alt channel at the same time on Twitch, more as an experiment. But I know that people are starting to have an alt channel that they stream to as the alert to let people know that they're actually live on the main, so they don't have to end up stopping their main channel stream. They just go live on the alt and say, hey guys, I'm going live on main now as well. We're entering into a weird part of Twitch right now. Everybody's just trying to squeeze any dollar they can out of the content is basically what's happening. Yeah, it's a I don't know if anybody's doing it right now.
A college football game,
but oh god damn it. BMO NXT LVL. Yeah, so like Scootish I know has been doing it. So he's actually live right now, but he's not for 12 hours of the day. He definitely is just streaming him. It's just a VOD of his that he's playing while he's sleeping and stuff. So anyways, with that though, guys, I think I have to wrap up here. I've gone a little bit later than I was actually supposed to. It's been 2.5 hours here. So one I know who does it, I think is botting. They'll have 100 viewer and then randomly for an hour. So it'll drop down to 8. Has he just been doing that for a subathon? Yes. Again, I don't have any issue with this, by the way. I'm not saying that he's doing anything wrong. I think that it does hurt general analytics, but I think that the overall money that he's earning is worth it. In that he started a subathon 20 days ago, but he also did one in May, and he also did one. There was another time where he did one. Maybe it was September for September that he did. But yeah, he's coming off of another one. People have been rerunning VODs for subathon for ages though. Yeah. It's just becoming a lot more common. I mean, you just have to look at Twitch right now and just type in subathon, and you'll find that it's just lots of people. Or max ads. That's an interesting one. Sorry for max ads, saving for holiday. Current sub goal 14 of 3. Oh no. Max ads and tab for tab. So you're getting some interesting things happening here. Oh, that one has no ads. Okay. Max ads. No ads. Yeah. It's an interesting time. Uncapped subathon. Max ads. Max ads while asleep. Yeah. Need to check next time I see it on a non-turbo. Yeah. Anyways, guys, with that though, let me wrap up for today. We're gonna wrap up. It does max ads, but I think they're only streaming when they're live. We're gonna raid Queen. Hell yeah. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Thank you so much. Thank you for the bits, the subs, the resubs, the follows. Nice to have you all here to chat about these things. And so thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it. If you're not already in our Discord, ! Discord to get the link. If you're in the main channel, if you're on YouTube, I'm sorry. But there should actually, no, there is a link in the description of the YouTube video to join the Discord. It's a great place to hang out after the stream where we talk about everything happening in the streaming space, influencer marketing, creator news, different streaming platforms, YouTube, TikTok, cat pictures, what Dav is having for food today. All kinds of things are happening in that Discord. It's a great community there. If you want to hang out, be happy to have you. You'd fit in very well. And then if you want to support the stream directly, subscribe to the newsletter. It is completely for free. !TOS or newsletter. It is a free newsletter you get every single Monday. Doesn't cost a cent. Covers everything happening in the streaming space. And then also, if you want to support more directly, you can subscribe for $4.99 per month or $50 for the entire year, which helps me continue to do this, and you get some additional perks as a result. And yeah, you should make a button on the stream deck to multi-post to each chat with the raid message. Just I have it on my list of things to do, /G. I have it on my list of things to do. But yeah, with that, I'm going to wrap it up here for today. I should actually do this, go to my channel so that I can type it in this chat. It's more fun to watch you do it. /raid, queen, ! raid, RAID. Everybody grab that link. You can swap in, or not that link, that raid message. You can swap in any of your emotes that you would like if you don't have mine. Yeah, use any you like. Just about, ooh, look at this. It's an endless cycle. But yeah, I gotta go. I really gotta go. I'm super, super late. So goodbye, everybody. YouTube people, thanks so much for being here. Alt channel people, thanks so much for being here. Main channel people, thanks so much for being here. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.